Good things come in small packages. Just ask Glenn.
True.
And never has this saying been more appropriate than today, as we look at a brand new cruise ship that actually doesn't look like a floating block of flats. Yes, today on Planet Cruise Weekly, it's all about the Silver Muse. Well, hello, thank you for watching and welcome to Planet Cruise Weekly episode 42 with Mr. Glenn Wallace and
Hello.
Myself, Keith.
My age, 42.
42, it's a good old age, isn't it, mate?
Mate,
And I'm noticing, I don't know if you can see on the camera, everyone, but he's got little grey hairs coming out of his chin.
I'll be Santa next week.
Oh, he is, and his elves.
Yeah, and his elves.
And his slaves, yeah.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Well, talking to Santa, he's got a great delivery coming for Silversea Cruises.
Oh, that was a little link.
Do you like that?
Bit tenuous, but there you go. I'll go with it.
Do
yeah.
my best, yeah.
Cool.
You have to have a big sack for this one. But it's a cruise ship, in fact. It's called the Silver Muse, coming out in April in Monaco, 2017. That's where it's being launched. And she's going to be 40,700 tonnes. She's going to be the largest in the fleet. But despite the fact that she's the largest in Silversea's fleet, she's a lot smaller than most current cruise ships that are coming out.
Definitely much smaller than some of the big boys from Royal Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yes. She's currently being built in Fincantieri shipyard in Monfalcone, and she'll take to the current Silversea's fleet up to 9 ships. And if you've never been on one before, they are absolutely fantastic.
Beautiful. And if you're not familiar actually with Silverseas, they're a 6-star cruise line. They've got elegant ships, several different sizes, but all one class. They're all suite, all inclusive, beautiful, beautiful ships.
The first new build for Silversea since 2009, and they claim that she'll be intimate and small enough to preserve Silversea's cosy feel, meaning that every moment spent on board is tailor-made to suit you. Yet also spacious and large enough to offer the elegance and comforts that are the hallmark of their particular voyages.
Now, Glenn and I have looked at the figures and they are very, very impressive. 596 passengers across 8 passenger decks and 411 crew to look after them, which is an incredible space or space even, and crew to passenger ratio. In fact, Silver Muse is an all-suite class ship with 7 different classes of suite on board.
Very nice. During its first year, the new ship will sail throughout Europe, Canada, North and South America and the Caribbean, stopping at more than 130 destinations in 34 countries, with cruises that call at 52 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, from ancient Greek temples in the east to colonial Caribbean fortresses in the west.
Now, Silver Muse will debut in the Mediterranean on the 10th of April with an 8-night pre-inaugural round-trip voyage from Monte Carlo in Monaco. And that will be followed by the highly anticipated 13-night maiden voyage, and that launches from Monte Carlo on the 20th of April, and it winds its way through the French Riviera, along the coast, into Spain and Italy before disembarking their passengers in Nice.
Now, Silverseas unusually won't comment on the extra construction costs, other than to say that the project was costing a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
I mean, when you look at the specs and what they're using to build the ship with, the quality of the materials, it's quite incredible. Okay, next up we're going to talk about the accommodation. And when we talk about the accommodation, we are literally talking about suites. It's an all-suite class ship. And it's got a full butler service. And the first big news here is that the standard size of a suite has increased dramatically to nearly 400 square foot for the entry-level deluxe, superior and classic veranda suites. And this includes a 64 square foot private balcony. Now, to put that into some perspective, that's half the size of the average UK house.
Now, the cruise ship will have contemporary decor, with cabins decorated in lighter tones of cream, saffron, green and sienna, as opposed to the more traditional darker colour palette Silverseas have used in the past.
There's also going to be more of the popular signature silver suites. They're about 786 square foot, which is pretty huge. In fact, that's nearly the size of an average UK house. And there's going to be 34 of these spread over the 3 top decks. And we particularly like the fact that Silversea is adding a 2-bedroom configuration that measures 1,119 square foot, and that's going to appeal to families and groups of friends travelling together.
Now, the largest suites on offer will be the 4 1,475 square foot grand suites at nearly twice the size of an average UK house.
That's just mind-blowing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You never want to leave.
You won't, will you? Now, all suites come with signatures such as this. Wait, this is a massive list. Okay, you get butler service, a minibar stocked with your preferred beverages, which you have to let them know beforehand when you get on, a marble bathroom with separate shower and a full-size bath, Bulgari bath amenities, but you can get other brands on request, Parazzi bed linen, which apparently is really lovely, I've never tried it, Rubelli furnishings, pillow menus, a plush Etro bathrobes, slippers, 2 flat screen TVs. You do need 2, don't you? One for him, one for her.
Yeah.
An interactive media library, USB ports for charging devices, a walk-in wardrobe, a vanity table with hairdryer, a writing desk with personalised stationery. I love that bit. Binoculars and an umbrella, and of course, complimentary Wi-Fi.
Okay, we're going to move on to the dining, which is of course close to most people's hearts and stomachs as well, and you will not be disappointed on the Silver Muse. Now, traditionally on a ship of this size, you can expect 1, maybe 2 restaurants on board, but Silver Muse will have no fewer than 8 dining options, more than any other luxury cruise ship, and of course a lot more than some of the other bigger cruise ships as well.
Now, among the 8 restaurants on board is the French restaurant Rogan. Now, this is a slightly tweaked rebranding of Silversea's incredibly popular Le Champagne, which is developed in concert with the boutique hotel and gourmet restaurant guild Relais and Chateau. Now, I'm really bad, I'm sure my pronunciation there is really gone off. Was it all right?
Yeah, it was all right.
So the focus here is going to be on multi-course French dining and highlights French ingredients from the region that you're sailing through. And again, sommeliers will suggest wines that pair up with each course.
Now, there are 2 different Asian-inspired restaurants on board, and the menu at Indochine, the larger of the 2, will feature cuisine from across Asia and the Indian subcontinent. Expect the authentic Thai, Vietnamese and Chinese fare, as well as Indian and even Indonesian options, and there are plenty to eat in that particular place.
Now, the other Asian kind of fusion option is called Kabuki, and it celebrates Japanese culinary history, and it has kind of 2 very distinct faces. So it's going to be a quiet kind of sushi and sashimi bar during the day, and then in the evening it transforms into a traditional performance style teppanyaki house. And this is incredible because then you're going to see the chefs showcasing their knife skills, you know, when they do all the kind of food flipping and stuff.
Yeah.
And they prepare a variety of meat, fish and vegetable dishes and rice dishes for dinners on the griddle station. And because of a limited number of seats, this will be get in early because it's going to be highly popular.
Now, Silver Muse's Atlantide, or Atlantide, we've been discussing.
Depending on where you come, tomato.
Exactly, is a hip bar and grill where many of the tables will command a sea view. The menu puts seafood at the centre stage and designer dishes such as the royal crab, blue lobster and the verbena-infused red snapper in a sea salt crust. Not forgetting what Silversea's boasts are the best steaks offshore.
Now, inventive and tasty tapas is next, included with live music and a dance floor. And this is a restaurant called Silver Note, and it's a bit different because it does have that combination of music with the food. It's a sophisticated, intimate setting, and you're going to be able to enjoy cabaret-style performances as you sample small bites from an extensive menu.
Now, my favourite though is Hot Rocks, a chance to dine al fresco and cook your own meal right at the table using lava stones heated to 752 degrees. It's one of the healthiest cuisines to exist, where you can place your meat, fish or vegetable skewers on the grill stone and cook to perfection.
Now, another great option will be the Italian restaurant called La Terrazza, and again, I hope I pronounced that correct. Terrazza.
Yeah.
Terrazza, thank you, I'll stand corrected. Now, this is a long-time favourite of Silversea's dining, but it's going to be on board with new twists. There's going to be loads of interactive food stations. There's an olive oil cellar, a mozzarella bar, a seafood station, and of course, a salumeria, which I guess is to do with salami and stuff like that.
I thought it was a lizard.
Now, the a la carte menu has also been extended to include the popular sapori di casa, which is a traditional family-style Italian daily special selection.
Another Italian eatery will be available for guests as well, Regina Margherita, an all-day poolside pizzeria offering an extensive pizza menu baked in a custom-built traditional oven. This will be the go-to choice for families as well as those preferring to dine in a casual atmosphere.
That will be the place I go to. Do you know what? I love pizza. The older I get, I can't get enough.
Hot Rocks for me.
Hot Rocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is it. Hot Rocks and baby pizza. Maybe you can combine the two.
Yeah.
Now, next up, we're going to talk about the lounges and venues. Of course, the dining is a massive part of Silver Muse, as you've seen there, 8 different restaurants, but there is other things going on around the ship as well. And one of the things we love about Silver Muse is the lack of gimmicks. There's no robot bars, water parks, or dodgems. It's a more traditional style ship with a focus on quality rather than quantity and doing the simple things right.
Silver Muse will feature the first true full-size theatre in the Silversea's fleet. Paying tribute to the golden age of glamour, the opera will feature Belle Epoque-style cabaret seating with intimate tables and chairs subtly placed between the rows of comfortably tiered banquets, where there'll be full-scale production-style shows and guest artists headlining every night.
I put a few big words in there to trip you up, and you didn't do too bad.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Now, the late night entertainment will be held in the well-named Panorama Lounge, and that's going to have a resident DJ, so good place to dance into the night. Now, Glenn, this is really exciting. There's a place on board this ship called the gym.
Really?
Where you have to go and exercise.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
and
I thought it was
sweat.
called the bar.
No, it's not.
Okay.
But the gym actually on board Silver Muse is great. It's full of what they call techno gym equipment, which is really technological, I guess, and measures lots of things like your heartbeat, as well as how fast you run and how many calories you burn. And there's free weights, specialty classes, and a personal trainer available for individual sessions. I think you'll need a few.
Exactly. Now, a place where you'll find Keith is the onboard spa, having his nails done. Sweeping sea views from the floor to the ceiling windows, 9 treatment rooms, an acupuncture suite, relaxation areas, and a dedicated outdoor whirlpool to allow delicate indulgence on board. Invigorating therapies, including facial, body wraps and massages, plus men and women's saunas and steam rooms are perfect for relaxing before the spa treatment or after your workouts.
Now, there's an expansive pool on the top deck, and that will be the focal point of the open air areas. And there's also 2 platform jacuzzis. These give you bird's eye views of the entire deck as well as the horizon beyond. So the best thing is the private aft jacuzzi, and there you'll be able to watch the wake of the ship as you sail away. So particularly brilliant in the evenings you leave port.
Now, if you appreciate the finer things in life like I do, then you'll enjoy the sophisticated touches of the Connoisseur's Corner. The indoor-outdoor venue is where you can sip the finest cognac or whiskey or choose from a premium choice of cigars.
With your smoker's jacket and your
Exactly, nice
monocle.
Cohiba.
Yeah. Now, there's also several other bars on board, but we really feel that centre stage and the final mention, if you like, should go to the new Arts Cafe. And this is by day a cafe and a deli, and then by night it turns into an elegant cocktail bar. It's a very flexible and lively area, and the great thing is it's going to host a number of exhibitions where there's going to be paintings and sculptures from a broad range of talent. So hopefully you get an idea. That's Silver Muse.
Sounds a nice ship, doesn't it?
It does, and that's as much information as they're giving us at the moment. I'm sure there are going to be updates, maybe closer to, but pretty much that covers everything we know.
The thing you're going to find with that, it's going to be sold to a niche clientele because of the price. It's not going to be cheap to go on there, but to be quite honest, if you're spending that sort of money, you don't want thousands and thousands of people on there, and that's what you're going to get.
You don't, but then you do get an awful lot for what you are spending as well. So there's an awful lot included, and by the time you probably add all that up,
it's worth
what
it.
you pay just for a base fare plus all those bits, it actually works out as being good value.
And the suites are massive, aren't they?
They're absolutely massive, yeah. So hopefully that's been of help. If you would like some more information from any of our wonderful people that work at Planet Cruise, click the link there and it will take you through to some of our destination experts. We also want to say thank you to a few people that have been getting in touch. So a big thank you to Dave, who sent us a wonderful postcard from him and the family. Our top inventor, Dave, we like you very much. Merry Christmas from the Woodheads. Well, Merry Christmas to you too. Great photo of you on board your ship there, your Royal Caribbean ship. I've forgotten which one it was, Dave, so get back in contact and let us know. And then Stevie Harter's got on board our Cunard lover. We both know Stevie from Cunard days.
Cunard, doesn't he?
And he said, just boarded the stunning QE, bound for the Canaries. It's so good to be back, so many familiar faces. So we do hope, Stephen, you had an absolutely fantastic time on board. Now, if people want to get in touch, like Stevie did and like Dave did, what do they do?
You can do it loads of different ways. You can email us at hello@planetcruise.co.uk. You can obviously check us out on Facebook, Twitter. You can go onto our YouTube channel. Make sure you like us on there. And we've got quite a lot of followers on there now. It's quite good, isn't it?
It's growing all the time.
And the other way of doing it is obviously going onto the website. Check out all the cruises on there. There are hundreds and hundreds of different cruises taking you around the world. And if you've still got no idea what we're talking about, you've got a telephone number there. Call us and one of us will be at the end of the phone to speak to you about maybe booking your cruise for 17 or 18.
Whatever you do, have a great week. We shall see you soon. Thanks very much.
Cheers, guys.